This is Putting It Straight. Rethink your beliefs. Redefine your life.
Welcome, friends. Today, we are going to discuss that one question that has bugged so many people in different societies. I wonder if you have equally been disturbed. So you're asking, what is the question? Have you ever wondered why some dumb, less educated people tend to succeed in life, make more money, enjoy themselves than the educated, the so-called smart ones? Welcome to Putting It Straight. On this platform, we take a look at our practices, our thoughts, our beliefs, those things we have done over the years. And take a look at it and see if there are things we could shake up a little and redefine our lives to enjoy it. Welcome on board. So all you have to do in this video is to pay attention, pay undivided attention, so we can together unravel the secret behind why and how those we consider as dumb, as uneducated, why they make more money, why they enjoy themselves more, why they succeed in life generally than those highly educated. Shall we now get down to the business? To be able to answer this question, which I have myself been disturbed over the years, you know why I was disturbed? I became disturbed when I had obtained the highest degree any university can offer. That's a PhD, my area of choice of study, educational management and planning, and was expecting to climb up the social ladder, make good money, enjoy myself. Maybe you yourself have done so. You went to school like all the rest, say, go to school, and we went and went and went. And some reached the level we chose to, and then go into the working life, to the working world, in the hope to make good living. Unfortunately, things don't turn out that way. And then when we take a look at those, our cousins, our next door neighbors, the rest of the people who were not at the same horizon with us when we settled, we tend to see them bloom, they blossom, they are happy, they build the most beautiful houses, they drive the biggest, most expensive, fanciful cars, and the rest of us aren't. So I kept wondering, I'm sure this resonates with you. So now, why do these people we consider, society considers as dumb, why do they make the greatest money? Why do they succeed? Upon sitting down over time to investigate, I have come out with the following ideas, which I'm sure will put to rest some of the questions in your mind and that of others. And of course, not only putting to rest the troubling question, but also showing you how they made it, why, and how you too could, what you too could do in order to blossom, to succeed as they do. So, shall we dive in now? First of all, the problem lies with our educational system and the way we think. You see, the colonial educational system was such that when it came in 1882 or 84, thereabout in Nigeria, uh, we were asked to go to school. And of course, when we got to school, as high as we could, we came back and saw the benefit of education. We got employed. So the Western education made us very good servants, beautiful servants to our masters, who measured what we earn. And so they train our minds to look at education not in the other goals or aims, objectives of education, but largely as a meal ticket, go to school, come out and work. And we work and get paid. And on the other hand, those of us who didn't go take the course we did, they went about finding what to do for themselves. By the time we come out, we couldn't be the same. We just can't be the same. Now, why can't we be the same? The trouble is, educational system, the Westerners we see, it's not bad. In fact, it sets the tone for development generally. But when it comes to wealth, wealth is not in education. Wealth is in business. The disadvantage that highly educated people have or suffer is that in education, in the process of acquiring education, we are taught systematically to think in a given way so that we have rules, we have theories, we have principles that must guide our action and thought. And whatever else we do, we have to do there after school. They have to follow almost closely with what we have acquired, the mental set we have had at school. Whereas the uneducated, at least those not highly educated, which we consider dumb, they are not trapped by these principles, these theories that before you do this, you've got to do that. These things must align with this before. They are free. They are not encumbered by all these theories, this sophistication in quote we think we have. And what's the result? The result is that they feel easy to explore, to expand their mental horizon, their creativity, to do what they want and the way they find it possible. Whereas those highly educated like me, like you, we think certain things, certain criteria must fit before we take action. That's limiting. Because while the other man, unfettered by this, can explore and comes into opportunity and takes advantage, we are drawn back because we want everything to qualify to the standards set in our mind. So the reality is that we end up being servants with a measured pay. Whereas the uneducated, those we consider dumb, those we consider unintelligent, because people think when you go to school, that's a mark of intelligence. It is only intelligent people that go to school. We do not seem to know the fact that intelligence manifests in different ways. The singer, a good singer is an intelligent person. Good carpenter is an intelligent person. The professor, the doctor, like I am, we are not necessarily intelligent. Well, maybe I'll do a video on this area some other time. But for now, let's get it clear that money is not in education the way majority would think and want it to be. But money is in business. And so you find more people in business who are not as educated as the rest of us. The business world requires that you satisfy a need. So people in the business world would look for ways to satisfy the society's need. And once they satisfy that, that's where the money comes in. That's why somebody goes to trade, he tries the palm oil, sells, and he doesn't make it. He goes for the articles, he goes to, opens a supermarket, and he blooms, and he makes his million, and he makes his wealth. Whereas the educated is usually the one employed to cater to manage the business. Can you see the paradox? This is why the uneducated easily succeeds because it's not encumbered by anything. The thinking that we are so special, we can't step down to go to do such things is another impediment. We consider ourselves as a privileged class. We are well. Maybe we are when it comes to public administration, but today increasingly in politics, politics does not require a good college degree. It doesn't require that. And so you see, as people go on, liberate themselves and find it easy to use their creativity, when you use your creativity, then you unearth opportunities and make use of it and take advantage. That is what happens. So now you are asking, what is the solution? Well, the solution is the question that this channel is pushing, is pursuing, namely to challenge our norms, our beliefs and practices that have existed for years, challenge our culture. The goal of education is that of making, the general goal of education is that of enlightenment. But in many societies today, we have lost sight of the real, the authentic aim of education. There are many of them, but largely to enable you see things clearly, understand the world around you, be able to reason. Unfortunately, we come out of school unable to reason our way in life, to reason ourselves out of problems, out of poverty. We don't know that. So we think it is largely that of a meal ticket. Incidentally, the functions or goals of education differs from society to society and from time to time. That means we have to make necessary changes. Now, those opportunities, if you are in Nigeria, I don't know where you are, maybe you indicate that in the comment section. I am in Nigeria, and opportunities for the white collar job went away, disappeared years, decades ago. And so what does that mean? It means in order for you to survive, you need to do a rethink. You need to unlearn those lessons that restrict you, that kept you as a servant, and now think of being a master. Servants don't succeed amassing sufficient money. You don't make much money working for somebody, but when you work for yourself, the limit is determined by you, how much you have. So we must also understand that very high educational acquisition doesn't go with riches or wealth. We have to learn from school as well as learn from the society the practical lessons of life, the practical lessons of the marketplace, and not necessarily what we use to do. So when you unlearn those bad lessons taught at school and relearn the lessons of survival side by side, it is possible to make a very healthy, interesting life. Now let me ask you, what is the first thing of what we have discussed here? That which is the first step you're going to implement in order to bring changes into your life so you can succeed better. If this discussion has been useful, give me thumbs up, and do what else, share this video to those who would need it. But do not forget to subscribe for further enlightenment, and hit the notification button so you won't miss new videos. Thank you for watching. See you again in the next